Hi everyone, welcome to Nature Moments with Gabe. I'm the eponymous Gabe, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about hummingbird feeders. I love feeding birds, and I love hummingbirds. Look, there's a hummingbird! Right at the window!
Yes, my gosh!
We only have the one species here in southern Ontario, the ruby-throated hummingbird, and only the males of the species actually have the bright red chin that give them their name, and because their chin feathers are actually iridescent, the light has to be hitting it just right for them to actually look bright red. The females, who are just as elegant but perhaps not as flashy, have white chins. And if you have a hummingbird feeder, anywhere in southern Ontario, you're likely to see hummingbirds come to it at least some of the time. However, many of these feeders have a little railing on them, which allow the hummingbirds to sit and rest while they feed, which is not usually an option for them when they're drinking nectar out of a flower. They kind of have to hover, which is what gives them their special name. So while this is a nice idea in principle, letting them rest a bit while they eat, these railings actually enable other creatures to access the hummingbird feeder. I didn't know that this was a significant thing until this year, when this summer we watched many times a pair of Downy woodpeckers sit on these railings and drink out of the hummingbird feeder. Now, most animals couldn't actually, even if they could get on that little rail, drink out of the feeder because the feeding holes are too small. But woodpeckers have really long tongues, which they use to lick up insects after they peck a hole in a tree, or they're looking under bark or other areas like that. And they will actually drink tree sap sometimes as well. So they're pretty well adapted to take advantage of these hummingbird feeders. If there was no railing, they couldn't really sit on them comfortably and wouldn't be able to use it. But because it's there, they will take advantage of it. After doing some research, I learned that this is pretty common for downy woodpeckers in particular across the North American continent. And other woodpeckers and even some other species of birds will do this as well, taking advantage of the hummingbird feeders people put out. If you'd like to see more downy woodpeckers specifically, putting out a suet feeder would be a better way of attracting them and other similar birds to them. I just found that super interesting. Even though downy woodpeckers are a pretty common bird around here, I'd never seen them do this behavior before, and I wanted to share. Well, that's it. Just a simple observation for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to find joy and wonder in your everyday wherever you are. See you next time.